Good evening and welcome to CreditSpreadSlayer.com Setup Sunday. Today is a special Super Bowl setup. We have February 2nd, 2014. Today is the day of the Super Bowl. Broncos, Seahawks. It's going to be a good game today. So we're going to do Setup Sunday a little bit earlier so everyone can get to all their respective parties. We're going to take a look at Amazon. Amazon's been doing really well over the last year or so. And even though they're having struggling with earnings every time, the stock's been gapping higher or moving higher after hours, even though they don't have the earnings. Well, it looks like that run is stopped for them. They got monstered lower on Friday by over 10%, which is huge. Dropped from a close the prior day of $400 down to $357. So it dropped $43 yesterday, which is crazy. And right now, as you can see in the lower chart here, which is a daily chart, it's actually sitting in a really weak spot. This could accelerate pretty quickly as shorts cover or as shareholders that are long start selling into this pressure. I'm expecting Amazon to go down and test the 320 level. 320 to 330 is our range that we're expecting. We're not going to be putting a trade on at this time. But if we see Amazon get down into that lower area of 320, 330, we may look to put on a bull put spread as there's going to be lots of support coming in on those 200-day moving averages. You might also see a dead cat bounce tomorrow on Monday to rally shares up a couple of percent to try and at least test the moving averages that it sliced through on that gap lower from below. But again, we're going to hold off putting any trade on. We'd expect this to be a pretty volatile name going forward. And just as you can see the break in the moving averages on the lower chart, on the weekly chart above, you see that Friday trading really decimated the shares. So we're easily expecting to trade back down into this level right about here, which is about 325, which is pretty much perfect for what we were looking at. So if we were to sell a spread when it gets down to that level, we'd be looking at a $300 sell strike, maybe $295 depending on our risk tolerance. So stay tuned to CreditSpreadSlayer.com to see how Amazon shares react after the gap down and to learn the trade we're going to be putting on. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Have a great Super Bowl, and we'll talk to you next week. This is Jason Daig from CreditSpreadSlayer.com, Senior Portfolio Manager. Thank you. Bye.